pulse-pounding thriller, Can't Run Forever, hits theaters on May 17th. And joining me today for an exclusive interview is the amazing actress, Olivia Simmons. Let's dive deep into her role in the film, her experience working with the talented cast and crew, and of course, all the secrets and thrills behind Lionsgate's film, You Can't Run Forever, starring J.K. Simmons. At the end of the interview, check out the end screen. You will see the official trailer of the movie presented by Lionsgate. You Can't Run Forever, starring J.K. Simmons. Enjoy. So, welcome Olivia Simmons to the show. Wow. Congratulations on your film. You Can't Run Forever, in theaters on May 17th. So, how is filming this fabulous movie for you?
This was a dream come true for me, honestly, because my whole family was involved in it. My mom co-wrote with Carolyn Carpenter and she directed it. My father's in it, and my brother scored it, and my uncle produced it. So honestly, it was just a really great time, which is a little bit counterintuitive because it's so intense, the subject matter, and quite thrilling. But honestly, I had a great time and I feel like I learned so much.
You know, it reminds me of a film in 1993 called Falling Down with Michael Douglas, where he was a businessman and he lost the edge. He just went crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
he was just trying to reach his daughter for a birthday party, and then he just completely had a bad day and lost it. It started just killing people. It was, and the funny thing is, the director in that film was Joel Schumacher. You know,
Oh, yeah.
so I looked it up, but there's no relation to your mom and him. Which
Yeah, no.
really funny, but it was just kind of funny that I mean it's not the same movie, but it's just the mindset because the main character, which plays your father, completely lost it. The character that he plays, and it was just amazing to see your dad in that kind of character. I never saw something like that, but he played it really, really well.
Yeah.
Anyway, the film explores the themes of fear and resilience. Can you tell us about how you approached portraying Emily and what resonated most with you about her character?
Yeah. My approach to playing Emily, I guess rooted in the familial bond that she has, because I think what stood out the most to me is how protective she is. And throughout the whole movie, she's really doing her best to protect her stepsister and take care of her because she feels like not enough is being done. And that's just the most frustrating feeling in the world, especially when somebody you love is on the other end of it. So yeah, my approach to playing her was just to really put myself in that position. And if you were basically helpless, what would you do? You would do everything that you could. So that was what I really focused on when I was playing the character and when I was considering myself in relationship to the other characters.
Yeah, there's a real sense of constant tension throughout the film,
Hmm.
which I saw the film the other day, so it kept me going in suspense, which is great. How was
Thanks.
it working with uh, director Michelle Schumacher, which is your mother, to create such a thrilling atmosphere?
It was so great, honestly. I mean, she is such a professional, and that was really nice for me to see because I was actually taking a gap year from college at the time when I was filming. And so I had just done my first ever professional film, which is called Honor Student. So that was really nice to sort of kind of get me in the game, but I was still nervous, I was still young, and so having my mom there felt really safe and really comfortable, but at the same time it was such a highly professional environment that I really had to step up my game and, play with the big hitters, and I feel like I was able to do that because everybody was just so professional and treated me with so much respect, and the set environment was so wonderful that it was just a great time. And she's a wonderful director, so no
Yeah.
complaints.
So, like you said, the film definitely was a family affair. I
Yeah.
mean, you have your mom as a director, directing this film, and then you have your dad, who's the main actor, J.K. Simmons. So, what was it like working with them in this particular film? And were there any fun behind the scene moments that you can share?
There were definitely a lot of fun behind the scene moments. I mean, there's so many. In terms of working with them, it was so cool. Like I was saying with my mom, just getting to see my dad and my mom in this professional environment and being in that professional environment with them was really cool because previously I had sort of just visited them on sets, but this time I felt like I was actually involved in everything.
Right.
And yeah, I guess behind the scenes moments that were really fun. We went to this axe throwing place one time for my mom's birthday. We got the whole cast and crew together, and we all did that, and that was really fun. That sticks out for sure.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, you've taken a lot of diverse roles throughout your career. What kind of characters are you drawn to portraying the most, and why?
Good question. Um, I mean, this is gonna sound cheesy, but I like well-written, thorough characters are the most interesting ones. I think I particularly am drawn to characters that sort of have this put together exterior, but under the surface, there's a lot of like emotion and depth going on. And that can kind of play both ways. It can be a comedic sort of like, hey, I'm the funny guy, but actually I'm a little sad. Or it can be like in this sort of thing where it's very dramatic and there's a lot happening, but you know you have to keep it together. So yeah, I really like characters like that that are just really emotionally complex.
How was the audition process in this particular film? I know that your parents in it, but I'm pretty sure because I have friends that have, you know, also kids that are into acting, and they have to go through brutal, audition process. Everybody thinks that they're given the role. No, it's not. They have to go through this whole process. So how was it for you?
Yeah, it's funny because when my mom was writing the movie with Carolyn, they at first wanted to just write me a little part so that I could be involved. But then as they kept writing, Emily's part got so much bigger and bigger just naturally as the story progressed. And so they were like, yeah, you definitely have to audition for this. Like, this is a big deal. So I did. I submitted a self-tape. The casting director did not know who I was, and she put me at the top of her list, which was just like such a amazing kind of validating feeling. And then once they realized that the casting director wanted me, they were like, all right, here's the reveal. That's our daughter. And she was like, what? So that was a really cool moment for all of us. Yeah.
It's always good, good feeling. Following
Yeah.
in the footsteps of such accomplished parents, it can't be easy. I'm pretty sure. Can you talk about your journey as an actress and how you've carved your own path?
Yeah. It's definitely not easy, but that is something that has been emphasized while I've been growing up. They never said, my parents were always like, if you really want to go for this, it's going to be difficult and nothing's just going to be handed to you and you're going to have to really work for it. So I feel very grateful that I grew up knowing that and I didn't grow up being handed things necessarily. So in terms of my own identity and everything, I have just been studying really hard my whole life. I'm about to graduate from Pace University with a BFA in acting, which has been such a blessing. And yeah, I've just taken as many summer courses like Groundlings, RADA, NYU, anything I could do, I always was studying. And I feel like I've really learned a lot and I'm ready to go out into the world as a professional.
Well, your performance was absolutely amazing. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
you have it down pat.
Thank you.
What with the momentum of the film, You Can't Run Forever, what kind of roles are you excited to take on next? Are there any specific genres or characters that you love to explore?
Ooh. Um, I would love to do sort of dark comedies, I think, because that's something I haven't done a lot of, and I always love watching dark comedies. And I always just when anybody asks me a question like this, I'm always just like, Yorgos Lanthimos, he's my favorite director. Maybe one day. But yeah, I love movies like that are kind of just a little bit strange and you don't really expect what's going to happen next. I love stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. How about any of the Star Wars flicks and stuff like that? Are you into all that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like anything sci-fi. Honestly, just sign me up. I'm here.
Yeah. Here's
Yeah.
here's a tough question. The film explores overcoming challenges. Have you faced any moments in your own life that required similar strength and resilience?
Yeah, definitely. It actually sort of hits home with Miranda's character because she does struggle with anxiety, and I definitely struggle with anxiety sometimes. I've gotten so much better lately, which is awesome. But there was a period of my life where anxiety was like kind of just looming over everything I did, and it made it really difficult. But I went to therapy. I was able to talk to friends and family about it, and I am doing so much better now. So, yeah, definitely that's something that I have overcome. And, it's an ongoing process, but I am in such a better place than I was like a few years ago, honestly.
Yeah, I used to be when I was younger, I used to be like Miranda, like exact like her, and I used to climb trees too.
Yeah, yeah, same.
It was amazing when I saw that part. I said, "Wow, that's great," because that was like I did that stuff when I was young all the time. I used to climb. I used to get this long ladder and climb on top of the roof of my mother's house, and I used to go up there. And here I am, 12 years old, and I always felt pressured that I was running out of time. And then my older brother used to say to me, "You're 12 years old. How can you be running out of time? You just started. You're not even there yet." So
Yeah.
I always found it kind of odd that that was happening, but it's just kind of weird. But anyway, what advice would you give to the young actors or any actor who are just starting out in this industry?
I would say to not put pressure on yourself to hit it big right away because this is one of those businesses where there is a lot of external pressure to sort of start young and get a big thing right away and keep the momentum, but in reality you can hit it as late in your life as you want and still have a successful career. Like, just define success in your own terms. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm this huge star. If you're consistently working and you're doing roles that you love, then that is success. So there's no rush, really.
I agree. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right because a friend of mine who's a director in film, Ted Kotcheff, he said to me one time, "I don't direct to win any awards." He said, "I don't think about that. What I think
Yeah.
about is at the time doing the film. But if I get awards at the end, well, hey, you know, that's a blessing, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't expect it. He just wants to do his thing. And the same thing with actors and actresses. They just want to do their thing. And at the end of the day, when they get an award for it, it's like, wow. They go up there and they get the Oscar or the Golden Globe or whatever, and they feel great, you know.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
You did very good. Your whole family, uh, and I'm going to get to them later on today, actually. You know,
Yeah.
so the film comes out in theaters on May 17th, uh, and also on digital and on demand. So God bless you. It's a great journey for you, I'm pretty sure. And I wish you a lot of luck in your career. And I'm pretty sure I'll be talking to you soon again.
Yes, I would love that. Thank you so much. This was wonderful.
God bless and take care.
You too. Thank you.